So it's inauguration day. Y'all got y'all pearls and y'all chucks. Oh, you can't see my chucks. Hold on. And your chucks on for Kamala. I forcibly put those bad boys on because I was just like, you better do what you said. You better do what we need. But anyway, so we're on our way right now. Hi. Okay. Well, we're on our way right now to the doctor. What's going on is, y'all know I have fibroids, and my one of the goals for our relationship is to get married and then eventually have a child. I went to 2 doctors earlier this month, and the fibroids, you can look at my stomach and tell that they out of control. Okay, you can feel them. That's what's been going on for me. It's actually been very much of a burden to even have the fibroids, as I've had 2 myomectomies already, which is the opening of your stomach and taking out of the fibroids that they can get. And now it looks like I'm either gonna have to have another one of those, or I don't know. So what the deal is, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, okay? What the deal is, I'm of an older age, I'm a woman of a particular age, and got these effed up fibroids, so my chances of having a full-term baby are reduced. So we're going to go see now a gynecologist and see what she thinks. Now we've been to, like I said, I've been to 2 other ones so far. Basically just canvassing the gynecological scene here in Atlanta as best as I can, so that I can, decide, listen to what everybody has to say, and then decide who I want to be my physician in the whole plan. Not just the removal of the fibroids, but helping me have the best possible chance of being able to conceive and give birth to a healthy baby, hopefully a boy. So we're going, and we're going to go see Dr. Cherry Hill right now. She was actually sent to me by a friend of mine in college, from college, and she was like, she's the best, she's black. My whole thing has been that I kind of wanted to deal with some Indian doctors. I was born, the doctor who delivered me and was my mother's gynecologist was an Indian lady, and I ended up going, she was my gynecologist for several years in Dallas, Texas, when I got grown. She was still practicing, so I want to go see what my, how I feel at the Indian doctors. Now the Indian doctors I don't have appointments till February, but I've always felt like, even in like other realms of medicine that I've dealt with Indian doctors, that they seem like they're more studied, more learned, you know what I'm saying? More in tune with the metaphysical portions of one's body, as opposed to just being textbook and pro-pharmaceutical, okay? So I definitely wanted to add in some Indian doctors into my review process, or my interview process. So the first doctor I went to see last week was talking about a hysteric, not a hysterectomy, hysteric myomectomy, where it goes vaginally. It's kind of like if y'all ever had a sonogram vaginally, and you got the plastic ding dong that they put up in there, and then they get to see, they get to do the sonogram by putting that thing up there with the fake or with the condom on it. No, it's a real condom that they put on it. So it'll be something like that, and a couple of cuts around your belly button to go in and cut out a certain area of fibroids. I believe it's the inside the uterus, but then the ones on the outside will remain. Well, I don't want that. So she was saying we could do that and then turn around and do, if that doesn't reduce my symptoms, then we can turn around and do a whole myomectomy. I said, no ma'am, I'm not gonna, one, pay for it, and I don't want to endure 2 different 2 different procedures. So she's all like, yeah, okay, well, let's go ahead and see, what, let you go and finish your reviews and stuff like that, and come back in a couple, in a couple months, and we'll talk about where we want to go from here. Well,
watch out, vehicle stop.
That was her. She did have concern about my high blood pressure, which I'm currently working on it by losing weight. I'm almost 20 pounds down from August, I guess, is when I first started back up trying to do something. And then I fell off after I lost the first 16, gained 6 back, and now I'm almost at 20 again. So, yeah, so she's worried about my blood pressure and my anemia, but she also said she really wanted me to get go to what you call to the fertility doctors, because she said she wanted me to get tested and him to get tested on our probability of coming together naturally and having a baby. Go get your sperm count, your egg count, stuff like that. And then also we can also talk to them about potential freezing of the embryos and the eggs. Yes, that is a big cost, of which he ain't feeling the cost on that, or just the interference, the medicinal interference, all that. His goal is to naturally conceive. Mine is not necessarily that. Mine is, if you want a baby, we're gonna get a baby however we can. But that's what the kind of compromises and things you do when you're in love and you're trying to work out a relationship. Make sure everybody's happy. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, so is it true that you're not really into that? You're not into the fertility doctor?
What's up?
Never mind. So, okay, so I said, is it true that you're not really into the fertility doctor?
Man, that's cool. It don't matter to me, really.
Okay. Well, so then I go the same day to a second doctor, right? And this is a white man. Oh, the first lady, she was some kind of, her name was Natasha, N-I-Tasha. And I don't know what she was, Mexican, something, I don't know. But the man I went to was a white man. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do have an issue with white men and black women's reproductive systems. I do have a sense of distrust, honestly, just from historic context, but also just from previous experience as well, too. So, and stories and other people's experiences. So I go to the white man and white doctor, and honestly, he was way more thorough than any doctor. And before I started this review, I did a review of 2 black doctors last year. He was the most extensive. So he knew that because my blood, the way that fibroids redirect your blood and all that stuff like that, that I probably was anemic. So he took my blood. Come to find out, your anemic number of white blood cells, something like that, is supposed to be around 12. Well, mine is at 6. And he is like, and I can't take them iron pills because they lock me up so bad that my stomach I writhe in pain. I can't really do it. And so he wants to do an intravenous iron treatment. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I started reading up on that, and I heard a lot of side effects and stuff. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. But anyway, and it's because these dang fibroids, And then he also was talking about my blood pressure and how both of them would have to be right before he even do anything. And the way that as big as my stomach is, my uterus is the size of a 6-month pregnancy. So if I would have been 6 months pregnant right now, this is what my stomach would be looking like, right? And I was just like, okay, heard that before. But he was like, but because of how big the uterus is due to these oversized fibroids, I may have to have an up and down cut. Now, ladies, y'all know good and well, we ain't about that up and down cut, okay? We want that undercut that can get hidden and all kind of stuff. Get hidden by hair and all kind of stuff. We don't want that up and down. You remember your mama's had that big old booty cut, from having a C-section and stuff like that. I don't want nothing to do with that. And then he was talking about then there's a potential for blood loss and life loss of the mother and the child. And well, he did ask me, did I want it straight up? And I was like, yeah, I did. He was like, yeah. He was like, I don't know why you just don't have a hysterectomy. I was like, well, I know why. I was going to have one, but I met him. And he was like, you should just have a hysterectomy. I was like, wow. Now, that's another thing I never heard a doctor say. Never. Even when I would ask, so do you think I need to have a hysterectomy? Well, that they don't never want to say that. But this white man was like, you need to have a hysterectomy. Okay, so that scared the shit out of me. So I don't know. But he owned the other shit. He has owned the other shit about the what you call it? The iron, the anemia, the iron and the anemia, and then the high blood pressure. So what I've been doing in the process is I'm trying to lose some weight, okay? I'm sure me coming and getting under 200 pounds would definitely be advantageous for all the things I'm trying to do. I'm trying to temper the cocktails until the weekend. And that and just eating a little bit more healthier, and incorporating some more move time in my daytime, movement time. And it like I said, it's paying off, but it is very scary because this is the order of events. I would have the myomectomy heal, which is a 6 to 8 week process, right? Myomectomy heal. Sometime after that, get married, and then start trying, because we ain't have sex, so we're not having sex till we get married. So get married and then start trying to have the baby, because at the same time I'm 41 years old, so I just you can't be talking about, oh, we'll have a baby in 5-6 years, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that God wouldn't bless us, but so we're trying to understand everything that we're dealing with. So I would have to have the myomectomy, heal, get married, start working on the baby, get pregnant with the baby, however long that take, and then carry a goddamn baby at 42 years old.
Exit to exit 249B.
Then have a C-section, because all the doctors said I would have to have a C-section. Have a C-section, heal from the C-section, and I need my stomach tucked after that. Now after that, I think that would be a lot. Like, I didn't have Brooklyn, raised her, you know what I'm saying? Later in life, I get married and have another baby. I want my stomach and my stuff looking right. And then I just saw on Instagram where they doing, what do you call that mess? Fat transfers in your titties, so you don't even have to have your titty cut all the way open to have them augmented. I said, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to watch this technology because I'm scared of stuff like that. I'm scared of the breast area and stuff like that. So, but the stomach, I would definitely have to have a tummy tuck. So that's a lot of cutting and healing and repairing. So I don't know, y'all. It has made me very sad. It's actually brought on a state of depression. I'm trying to hide it, but it really is fucking with me, all of this. And so where you at, the doctors? Oh, this make me so mad how the video won't flip. We're downtown Atlanta at Emory. Her name is not Emily. What's her name? Cherry Hill. Okay. Her name is Cherry Hill. That's the doctor we're going to go see. And I'm really excited to go see her. Now, guys, You know, I come and I keep it real. I love this man, and I know that this man loves me. We're dealing with some really, really adult, hard-hitting life decisions. And we decided to make this, I guess, documentary to show others, people going through at the time that they're going through. So, you know, what we would like to see or hope that a reaction would be, wish to be, you might not see it. And I'll be honest, in the next couple clips, you ain't gonna see it from my baby. But one thing I want you to rest assured in is that he has been very mature, very open, very understanding, and we've been keeping it very real with each other. I hope that we can spend the rest of our life together and figure out ways to get everyone their happiness, the things that they wanted out of life. I pray that, I desire that, I wish it, and I feel like we're working towards that right now. So just keep in mind that we are still happy, we are still together, and we are still in love. So let's just talk about what happened. So I actually like Dr. Hill. She's a 30-something black woman. She was actually pregnant and about to have a baby in a couple months. Basically, Dr. Hill's saying what everybody else is saying. You know, my uterus is wrecked with fibroids, but that doesn't mean that I can't take the fibroids out through myomectomy and, you know, still conceive, or I could keep them in and still conceive. So let's run through the options real quick. So let's say I don't do no surgery and I conceive a baby, right? I could have a regular pregnancy, or I could mess around and have a painful one because the baby and the fibroids are fighting for space and blood flow. And it could also lead to preterm birth, you know, because your body could just be ready to expel something and expel the baby out. She said, or you could have, what do you call it? You can have the myomectomy, heal from that, and then have a baby, or not have a baby because you know, you would need to get your fertility check. So she also talked to me about, you know, before making final decisions, to go and see if everything, you know, inside of me is working to be able to, like, robustly, you know, like, be able to work to conceive. She was really nice. She was really sweet. I had already been out there looking crazy at them because she was running a little behind and didn't nobody come say nothing. And after I went in and was like, what's going on? Because I'm about to be out of here. I need my money back. They was like telling everybody how long the doctors was running behind. So, you know, it gets that way sometimes when you got a lot of patients. Well, it's not just her. It was the practice that she's in is like 8 or 9 doctors. So, yeah, so once she got back there with me, she was like, you know, she was cool. Like, I felt better about having waited, but she was very thorough. And one thing I did not feel from Dr. Hill was that she was rushing me, okay? I felt like she was like, any questions, you know, she was not rushing you at all. And that's probably why she was running behind, because she was spending the time that her patients needed to get all their questions asked and get everything done for them. So I have a fondness of her for that alone. I just feel a little crazy because it just seems like I'm gonna have a whole bunch of surgeries. That's what it seems like. And I'm about to have a bunch of surgeries, and I don't know, every time I come out these appointments, I'm more like, it's like, I guess I'm not hearing anything new, and I'm pissed off, like anything easier, and I get a little pissed. And then there's a state of confusion because you go and you feel like this doctor is telling you what, everything that they seen, they're giving you their honest medical opinion, but then you're like, well, who do you deal with? You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know who to deal with. I mean, these are one of them times I wish God just had like a back of the book. Remember in math class when in the back of the book had a couple answers and stuff in the back? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I wish sometimes. On the real pertinent things, just give me a couple answers in the back, Oh my gosh. But she was saying that a myomectomy, most gynecologists, all gynecologists, like that's basically basic gynecology type stuff. Like when you have a myomectomy, an open one, that means the cut of the skin, not the laparoscopy with the little lasers and stuff. That's just a general part of their teaching, they're being taught how to be a gynecologist. Now, when you start messing around with the robots and also like that, you want to get somebody more specialized. I was like, okay. And so then that even makes the decision on who, what, and when even worse, because they all can do the same thing. But what caught me is when she said, but post-op and some of the things that may occur during operation is where the personality of each doctor comes in. Where I would do something, someone else might do something else. My bedside manner might be different. The blase skip, right? And I was like, that is so real, which throws another thing into it. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. I don't know. But one thing that I did talk to extensively about to her was my anemia. My blood count is a 6 where it should be a 12, and she was telling me that for me to have a blood transfusion would be the quickest way to get my blood count up to operable levels, which would be a 12 or above. And I was like, a blood transfusion, child, Lord. I grew up where blood transfusion wasn't it in the time period. Like, you don't miss no blood transfusion. But I was like, Lord Jesus, a blood transfusion should be free. It should be free. It says hit validation, maybe. Then throw it in the scanner. That blue scanner. Oh. Good. They gave me a free validation since we had been waiting, which was sweet. She allowed him to be on the phone too. So I'm at the point where I just I'm just gonna have this myomectomy, child. I'm finna go look at these other 2 doctors at the beginning of February and just have the myomectomy. I've always wanted to have another baby. I wanted to have a family, the mom, the dad, and the baby. And I've always wanted to have another baby. So, it's not like it's something that was just so foreign. I just didn't think it was gonna happen. And I feel like it's something to the fact that I wasn't able to get the hysterectomy last year because I was rusty all the way. Like, girl, bye. And it didn't happen. I was ready, honey. You can ask anybody who know me. Bitch, girl, please. And it didn't happen. So I feel like the whole situation will be blessed. I really do feel like the whole situation will be blessed. And that I need to not worry, because worry doesn't add not a merit to you or something. A minute. Do you know that scripture, right? I forgot something like that, but it's basically you ain't no need to worry. All right, so babe, do you want? So he was on the phone. What did you think about when you were listening?
It's a lot of information, but
talk a little loud, cause you're way over there. Okay, go ahead.
There's a lot of information. But seemed like a cool doctor.
What did you think about the blood count thing and having a blood transfusion? Weird. It's weird to me. Kind of feels, now that feels super invasive, even more so than someone cutting your stomach in and going to get your organs out and cutting them and putting them back in. The blood transfusion seems like, does that blood ever wear off? Ugh. No, it doesn't, because the blood don't ever come. Yeah, does it ever wear off through your period? Hell, I'm like, ugh, that's just scary to me.
I donated last month before, so I don't know. Just seems like transferring blood.
Yeah, but to have somebody else's blood in it.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. So what would you say, what do you think our plan of action, what do you immediately think about the plan of action? There we go, that works right there. So what do you think about, I'm saying it again. So what do you think, initially, like why, just being your first time hearing from a doctor about all this and stuff like that, what do you think our plan of action should be?
Get the hysterectomy.
Get the hysterectomy. Hysterectomy or myomectomy?
Hysterectomy?
That's removing anything to be able to have a baby.
And then that's the safest route.
Okay, so I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that, baby.
Man, better be safe than sorry.